And he did, but maybe he shouldn't have tried to carry it out his whole life, because some of the later poems are really, I think, rather shallow imitations of himself. But he tried, and we have to give him credit for that. But when he's good, and he says it, I think he sent his poems originally to the intellectual doyen of American thinking at that time, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was a famous essayist, philosopher, writer, taught at Harvard, places like that, and was the upper elite with people like Henry David Thoreau and others of this country. And he sent his poems to him. Now, usually I have people send their poems to me, and they want me to read them and answer them. And I don't usually answer most of them because, first of all, I often feel they're competing with me in whatever they're writing, and I get tired of trying to see someone trying to say the same thing I'm saying, so that's a bit of a bother. And secondly, I don't want to hurt their feelings by saying something negative. So I usually just don't say anything. But Ralph Waldo Emerson made the mistake of responding to him, and he said, I think we have it in my introduction, I don't know, may have a different copy than yours, there are a lot of different copies, but in my introduction I actually have a copy of the letter Ralph Waldo Emerson sent to, I think I have it if I can find it, to Whitman when he received these poems from him. Let's see if I can find them in here. I'm not doing so well, I'm looking for it and locating it. Oh, here it is. Let's see. He says, this is in 1844. Waldo Emerson had written an essay in 1844 called The Poet, where he had sketched a picture of what he considered his ideal poet should be in America. And he said, at the end of this essay, he looked in vain for the poet he is describing. Well, Whitman must have read that, and in 1855, 11 years later, he sent his poems to Ralph Waldo Emerson. And Emerson wrote him back, I am not blind to the worth of the wonderful gift of Leaves of Grass that you have sent me. I find it the most extraordinary piece of wit and wisdom that America has yet contributed. Now, this is from the big, this is like getting a letter from Einstein or something. Or, I don't know, who's that Prime Minister of South Africa? Yeah, someone like Nelson Mandela or someone like that, some people that people admire and look up to. I find it the most extraordinary piece of wit and wisdom America has yet contributed. The guy didn't even go to college. Yet he didn't even go to a university. He hardly graduated high school. I am very happy in reading it. So Emerson is very generous. As great power makes us happy, it meets the demand I'm always making of what seemed the sterile and stingy nature, as if too much handiwork, too much lymph in the temperament were making our Western wits fat and mean. I give you joy of your free and brave thought. I have great joy in it. I find incomparable things said incomparably well, as they must be. I find the courage of treatment which so delights us and which large perception only can inspire. I greet you at the beginning of a great career. Well, you get a letter like that from someone that you look up to or is looked up to by the whole country, greeting you in such a way, I mean, that would just blow your mind, don't you think? Well, it blew Whitman's mind, and he put it in the front of his book as the introduction to his book, because he self-published his book. And I think Emerson regretted having written it to him, because he used it, as a young enthusiast would, for PR for his book, and so on. This is what Emerson said about me, and he blazoned it across. Look, he can be forgiven. This is actually a copy of